Is this malted mini or after final pour?
After the final pour, baby.
Not that I remember the difference.
To the moon!
After the final pour happens after an episode. Welcome to After the Final Pour, brought to you by the Malting Hour. I am one of your hosts, Anthony Joseph Golick. To my far left, we have...
Brandon Michael Winninger.
Ooh, I forgot Anthony Joseph Patrick Golick. Thank you. And to his right, my left, smack dab in the middle, stuck in the middle with us...
Daniel Lee Polly.
Lee, you have the same middle name as my father.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Thank you. We have a special After the Final Pour because we're coming off the heels of our Christmas in July, even though now this is August. But I thought it'd be great. We normally, around Christmas time, winter, fall, we're drinking a lot of barrel-aged beers. I've had this barrel-aged beer here in the Malting Hour studios for a couple months. I think since the beginning of summer.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Maybe before. I think June was when we got together and did this. Or was it May? Something like that. I don't know. But it was around then. Yeah, me, you, brother-in-law Mike, and our buddy Ron all got together to go to Beer on the Wall and drink some beers. And then, of course, after having like 8 tasters of beer, which, by the way, I have a free flight of tasters from how much I've been to. I'm at close to my second free flight of tasters from Beer on the Wall, from how much I buy from them. But after that, I decided, hey, what better time than now to start buying beers? And so this is one of the ones that I got from my mix. I think I did a mix 4-pack, and then I grabbed this as well, just to have. And who wants to read what this is? Because it's a local beer.
This is Black Seed by Maplewood Brewing Company from Chicago, Illinois.
Ooh.
12% ABV. A wheated stout aged in Apple Brandy Barrels. Black Seed is brimming with roasty notes of chocolate and caramel that play perfectly off the candy apple notes from the brandy barrels. Indulgent, dessert-like flavors that somehow carry a tinge of nostalgia. This is a bold but fun stout that allows the unique barrel notes to shine.
I'll tell you this. All I knew about this was that it was a barrel-aged stout. That was 12%. The apple brandy, though, I had no idea that was a part of it. And if you guys know me, apple brandy rye from Revolution is one of my favorite variants they've ever done. It's so delicious. It's like, and even Goose Island's Carmela, which is like a caramel apple barley wine, is also delicious.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the first time having a stout that has like apple brandy in there. And I must say, very, very tasty. There's no head on this beer whatsoever. It pours like fucking motor oil.
So can I say, I think I have it, the Carmela. And I've never had it.
Don't you also have like a apple rye left still too?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool, Brandon. You know what we should do for an episode? We'll drink those two. That would be so much fun. Just 2 of my favorite barrel-aged beers from Chicago that you've never tried. That's why we should try it. We should do that episode because you've never had them.
And I think the
Carmela is so good.
The Earl Grey tea one, I think I've never had either. The Goose Island one.
That's a hit or miss for people.
Yeah,
I had that one. I think I drank that one Sunday while cleaning my basement and had football on, and it was kind of like. I woke up early that day, and it was like 1 o'clock, and I had it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to crack this open and sip on it. That's it's an interesting one. Did you have that one? The London Fog or whatever it's called?
I liked it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I know it was kind of like a lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it.
Aggie didn't like it. Hi, Aggie. Did you have Carmela before?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it?
From what I remember, I did. But to be honest with you, I can't remember specifics.
I'm not sure if Clark has one left. I know he did for a while. But that, I think he and I both agree that was like one of our favorite variants of that year, and kind of overall has been one of my favorite variants from them. But that's not really what we're talking about. We're talking about this Maplewood beer, Black Seed. Brandon, what do you think of this one?
I like it. Coming back into the aroma again. when I smelled it originally, what I really got was kind of chocolate notes.
Yeah.
It's kind of chocolatey, malty.
There was something fruity I couldn't put my finger on.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit, but I feel like the chocolate is kind of overpowering. And then when I went in, the sweetness kind of is what surprised me, is how sweet it was, but then the candy apple description kind of like is very kind of right on the nose. And then I feel like the barrel is coming through. It's got a nice characteristic that's kind of enhancing the roastiness of the malt, playing well with the chocolate and the caramel that they say is in there. And I feel like this is just... I'd be curious what the base beer is, or having the base beer.
Like the base stout, yeah.
And just, you can see the difference of what comes out. But whatever they did, this is really good. And I do agree that it has some like dessert-like flavors. Like this could make its way into an ice cream if I had a couple of cans of this.
Yeah, I feel like with this, as dark as it's poured, like it's not see-through. It's like super rich. It's not a super thick beer.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting it to be a lot thicker than I'm getting from it. Like,
I was actually going to ask, so it says it's a wheated stout.
The body on there, though, I feel like there is a nice body to it, but the way it pours, man, I thought it was going to be, like, thick. Like, Cuppa, like, their Cuppa series is thick. It's definitely not like that.
Their Cuppa series, though, is, like, full of adjuncts, which is probably also thickens it up.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's like the way it was pouring. That's what it looked like. I thought it was going to be like a thick beer. I get a lot of that. Like, it's a light carbonation. There is a nice sweetness to it. There's a fruitiness on the nose. Also the barrel. I also feel like there's a lot of like dark chocolate, like dark cocoa, baker's chocolate. Almost bitterness to this, which I think plays very well with the Apple Brandy Barrel. So I feel like those things, like fruity and dark chocolate, kind of what makes this beer really nice to me. Like, this is a good dessert beer, and I'm glad. I'll say this: could I drink an entire 16-ounce can of this? Yes.
Should I?
No, but it would like this one I'd work through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I could easily like. I mean, from what I poured, I'm still powering. I'm powering through it a bit. Like, I want to slow down, but it's so tasty. I really, really do enjoy
This would be one of those beers that like I would pour half of it and then put it back in the fridge, like put a cover on it or whatever, and then be like, yeah, I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah,
the rest of it.
I wouldn't. I would just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna drink it tonight. So I'm gonna feel regret tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dan, how are you feeling about this beer? Because you've had this before.
Yeah, I've had it before, and I do think I finished the whole 16-ounce can, but it was like a sipper. Very good. Sorry. I really like... I've always liked the Apple Brandy Barrel stuff, and the apple character comes through really well. I kind of actually burped a little bit ago, and the apple came up.
It's funny how, like, when you burp after having certain beers, what you can get from the beer afterwards, like... There's a lot of like good hoppy beers where it's like, ooh, that actually like
brought
like,
something up.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It was like an
also
apple,
makes it pleasant.
Like an apple effervescence was like what came up. But no, I really do like this beer. Maplewood, I don't think it's ever steered me wrong on any barrel aged stuff. Or I mean, I don't know. I can't even think of a beer that I don't like from them. But
I can think of one that I didn't really care of, which is so weird, and I'll tell you guys what it is right now. Just regular fucking juice pants.
Oh. That's not barrel aged.
No, I'm saying just beers in general. Like beers all of their beers I love. Like Son of Juice is great. Even Juice Jorts was pretty good. And they did the Son of Juice with just like...
But you didn't hate it.
No, I didn't hate it. It just was not... Like, I actually prefer Son of Juice over Juice Pants. But like Juice Pants is like... That's their big... Like when they release it, it's a bigger deal for them, I feel like. But Son of Juice...
I don't know if I've had Juice Pants.
You should try it. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not my favorite. There's all other ones I really enjoy. But there's not much from them that I don't like.
I remember when that came out in like Bombers, the juice.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was.
You're old.
I am, yeah. No, I really like that beer.
Back
though.
in my day, they had bombers at Juice Pants. Oh, look,
And they were like handwritten.
fucking missing it, dude. Hans Gruber falling off the fucking roof.
This is it, Dan. This is the end of Die Hard. Continuing from
Spoiler
our
alert.
Christmas in July.
What if I thought he was gonna live?
That was the
after
principal from Breakfast Club. He's there too. Have you never seen the Breakfast Club?
Bro, it came out when I was like -3.
You know, we ever get my buddy Leo on here, who does his own. He's got his own movie podcast now, and he has his own website, A Movie Guy, which you guys should check out. It's good reviews. I agree with him on about 99% of the movies, so of course I'm gonna like his website.
It's hilarious. I was actually looking at his Facebook page today, and you commented on something, and then I was scrolling through, and I'm like, Tony's the only one that comments on it.
Hey man, I love it. But you know what? He's got an active following on like Twitter or X. Sorry,
Yeah.
he's got an active following on X now. But it would be fun to sit here and watch a movie while drinking through some beers. Although he doesn't drink anymore, but he says he wants to come on the podcast. So it'd be fun to discuss, brews and views, man.
Hop water, maybe.
Cool, Dan. Get off the hop water train, okay? We've been doing the hop water
talking
thing
about
for
for the-
years. I know. I get it.
doesn't
Yeah,
drink.
hop water. But
I'm being considerate.
or he can drink whatever the fuck he wants. He doesn't need a replacement for beer. He's
All right,
already
so-
figured it
Yeah,
out.
you
I
can
lied.
have some bourbon.
Yeah,
I lied earlier.
of course you did. You
I was
fucking liar.
I was -2.
When did it come out,
85.
bro? I was 3.
Have you seen Star Wars?
Some.
Have you seen the original?
I think
New
so.
Hope.
Wait, like the original of like the prequel original?
No,
or?
original.
Like
the very first Star Wars movie ever released. In
I did.
1979.
I saw it when I was in like elementary school.
Oh,
I
so you
remember it.
can see movies before you were born. Okay, that's cool. We just wanted to make sure.
Have you ever seen movies like Cool Hand Luke or like...
No.
Casablanca?
Pieces of that.
It's
yeah.
a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
Oh, so you can. See
I
it.
almost was gonna say I just blanked on what his name is for a voting scale last episode.
What?
It's a Wonderful Life. What's the dude's name?
Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah, but what's his name?
Jimmy Stewart.
in
the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, now you're really throwing one at us.
Good thing you got 2 weeks to edit this one.
I'm not editing this at all. I'm going to edit this tonight and get it ready for the following week.
George Bailey.
George Bailey. Wow, we're dumb.
How many Potters are you gonna?
I bet you there was a bunch of people like who listen to this fucking
Bailey,
yelling
you
at
idiots.
their listening device or car radio saying "fucking it's George
Yeah,
Bailey."
look,
you
I've seen that
morons.
movie, but I've not seen that movie probably...
Not seen.
I've not seen
Oh,
that
not
movie
seen. Oh, I
in
thought you saw a different version.
probably. I mean,
thought you
probably
said
under 10 years. I don't know, maybe 10 years. I don't know. I mean, my go-to Christmas movie is A Christmas Story.
Ah.
Have you seen A Christmas Story, Dan?
I have.
Dan,
yeah.
what's your go-to Christmas movie? You have one?
Bug's
I
Life.
really no. Bugs Life.
Does that take place around Christmas? No.
So one of my favorite childhood movies was Home Alone.
Yeah.
There you go. Kevin's not home. That's what Clark and I would say when we'd go see the house.
I used to I knew that movie like word for word. My sister and I used to sit there and we would just recite the whole movie. My mom would just scream at us. She was like, "Shut the fuck!" She never got that. She didn't say F out. She was like,
Shut up.
"Don't you want to watch the movie?" We'd put it on mute and we would just be doing the lines. It's awesome.
I would say that my favorite, that guy, Ghostbusters. There's so many great people in this movie that you can tie back to other 80s movies. The other, I would say that my favorite Christmas movie is, I watch it every Christmas Eve while I'm wrapping gifts.
I've never heard of that one.
White Christmas.
Oh,
White
with Bing Crosby.
Yeah, White Christmas. Yeah.
Bing Crosby.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I love that movie.
That's a good one.
That's great.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Really? You've never seen it?
It was very progressive. They dressed as women.
Oh, yeah. It was so progressive when they do the whole minstrel show.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot to be frowned upon that movie.
I still can't believe you haven't
Not
seen
a lot.
Elf.
Yeah, I've never seen it. All I know is
You would like it.
I believe it. There's a lot of stuff.
It's-
Let's get
It's
high
good.
and watch Elf.
Cool, man. Right now? Fuck it, I'm taking off tomorrow. Let's do this. All right, let's wrap this up. Dan? Oh, wait, we didn't do our full ratings of this. Fuck.
He started asking you how many fodders.
Oh, yeah. How many?
Potters.
Potters.
But
Potters.
but we're not on Christmas anymore, so I'm gonna say
we kind of.
how many caramel apples?
Caramel apples? I'm giving this one 4.3 caramel apples. It's really good. I'm not like it's really good. I'm not. If I see it again, I'd probably buy it. I'm not like going out of my mind over it, but it's a really well done beer. I really enjoy it. I think the dark chocolate apple is what really makes this a tasty beer for me.
Yeah. I'll give this a 4 or 5.
You're not gonna throw it to Brandon? Wow.
Well,
you're the one asking us.
He looked like he was looking. He looked like he was busy. So
no. You gotta
go.
How many?
You started.
How many cans?
4, 5. I like it. I dig it. Same reasons as you said. I was saving that for Becca.
Oh yeah, I texted her that there was more, and then she's like, no.
Send that can this way.
Nope.
No, I want to spill some more on the floor. Brandon, how many?
That's your floor portion.
How many? Brandon, how many caramel apples are you giving us?
Let's see. I'm 4.2, between 4.2 and 4.5, roughly. I do. I like this a lot. I feel like everything plays well with each other. And I do
just like us.
Yeah. The caramel apple-y, like chocolate stuff. It's good. And like I think I had said, like this would be a great ice cream, but like just putting this in baked goods or whatever, and like pairing this with baked goods, this is a perfect dessert type thing. It's not overly sweet, because I think I had said like I could do half of this, and then like I could, if I nursed it, I could do the entire thing. But
I think from how you and I are drinking it now, we could easily.
I just like how like it's on the border of being too sweet, but it's not. So it makes it just that much better to drink and more easy drinkable. So
I agree. I'm with you on that. I think it's a very good beer, and I'm glad I bought it, and I'm glad I had the intuitiveness to save it for us, because I would have drank this on my own and been like, fuck, this would have been a good beer for an episode. So glad we did this. Good after final pour. It's been a while since I've been after the final pour.
Thanks for sharing.
Hey, Dan, thanks for joining us for an after the final pour.
You're welcome.
Brandon, I love you, man.
Love you too, man.
And everybody, thanks for listening. Keep listening. And, we'll keep doing this probably.
We got nothing else to do.
Help us. Bye. This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.